Shalom. Shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Bakaha Kadash. I want to give a double honor to the elders and apostles of GMS Great Millstone, who do rule well, and the salutation to the hopeful elect. It's the brother Damawa from the GMS Cleveland branch coming back with a quick video. And more of, the rulers, all right, coming down on the people, all right, forcing which eventually, all right, is going to be the RFID chip, all right, one of the biggest prophecies in the Bible, okay, that we waiting on, because that's the last big prophecy, all right, standing in the way of the Lord sending his son Yahushua, all right, to deliver the children of Israel, all right, which is mainly, all right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay, but also we're going to have Israelites, all right, from these other nations, looking like these other nations, okay, but in this clip I'm about to play, it's going to show you that ICE, all right, is basically being used as a buffer, all right, as a tool for the elites, okay, to implement steps, all right, to get closer, okay, to this MOTB, all right, and by doing this, basically what they're doing, all right, is invading the Lord's temple, okay. We know that the temple was destroyed when they sacked it, okay, back in 70 AD, all right, which they painted it, all right, and known fact that they used the money, all right, from our temple, okay, to build the Colosseums in Rome, all right, but now we don't have a temple, all right, we don't have a building per se, all right, but the elect, all right, the man that truly stand for this word, all right, we are the temple, okay, and we're going to get a few scriptures to prove that.
It in the United Kingdom, and soon it'll be released to other countries once they get the results they want. But moving on, but still talking about 1984 dystopian times, apparently ICE is wandering around and scanning people's faces, whether you are a citizen or not. And what has come out is that if they decide to scan your face for whatever reason, you cannot decline them. Now, at first, I thought this was some kind of...
And that basically, all right, day by day, all right, pushing the boundaries on the people, all right, every day, day by day, for the last couple months, all right, there's been a new I don't care moment from the government, all right, showing these people that they're not playing with them, all right, they're not hiding anymore, okay, they straight up celebrating, okay, while the American people, all right, are going through hell, all right, can't afford anything, all right, the food prices going up, all right, but the rich, okay, is steady coming up with more reasons, all right, to give money for war, all right, to give cuts to their to their rich buddies, okay, so all this is brewing a recipe, all right, for chaos, okay, which is more playing into the elite's hand, all right, because again, they want to crash the system, but at the same time, they want to control the crash, all right, and mainly all this is them trying to remain dominant, okay, they can see their power slipping, all right, because as prophecy says, all right, that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows, All right. So this is Second Thessalonians, start at verse 2. It says, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or by or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that the day of Yahushua Hamashiach is at hand. All right, and that's what's going on. Okay, because the day of the Lord is going to be gloominess. All right, it's going to be a lot of death. Okay, it's going to be a lot of unaliving. Okay, verse 3 it says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day should not come except there come a falling away first." Okay, so this was the indication to the church. All right, in Thessalonica, right? It was a letter to them from Paul. Okay, so basically we had to fall away from our heritage. All right, so this is for the people of the church now. All right, this is for the believers now. Okay, because just 60, 70, 80 years ago, 90 years ago, we didn't know who we were. Okay, even though certain certain groups of us, right, like so-called Northern Indians, all right, Gad, all right, they had some broken language of the Hebrew, all right, they wore fringes on their clothes, all right. Jake always carried a little bit of heritage in them, all right, but for the most part, we didn't know that we're the Israelites, all right, and that's where you get the lost 12 tribes from, okay, so that's a big indication, all right, that we are those people. But continuing on, it says, "Except there comes a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." Okay, and that's the main point I wanted to get here. All right, because what you have to understand now, what's going on is Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is being found out. All right, the whole world is coming up against him. All right, this man brings nothing but death, destruction, and debt. Okay, his whole system, everything he's about, all right, always leads to them same outcomes. Okay, and that's why the Lord used the word perdition here. All right, so let's go into that word real quick, perdition. All right, because these words mean something. All right, and people never go into them. All right, but
Strong's G 684. Apoleia. Apoleia.
it says destroying, utter destruction of vessels. Right, the destruction which consists of eternal misery in hell. All right. So this man brings nothing but death. All right. The son of perdition. Okay. So the son of death, the son of motherfucking ruin. Right. Destruction of money. The destruction which consists of eternal misery in hell. Yeah. You see? And, and that's a spirit too, because some just made me say debt. All right, and America is in debt, all right, but they study printing out money, okay, to give to their leaders that they ain't bought, all right, or to play out agendas that they want to see done, okay. That's the only thing this nigga got money for. Other than that, he's holding back the government for funding the American people, all right, of groceries and other things, SNAP benefits and all these other things, all right, which takes nowhere near the same amount that they just fund. All right, the small hatters alone. Okay, so we know what these goddamn elites over here is about. all right, and that's about funding your destruction, right?
I thought this was some kind of anti-ice article. Maybe this person does not like ice, and so they are creating this article despite them. But no, another website has the document, which comes from the Department of Homeland Security itself, and inside the document, it says just that. The document goes on to talk about this mobile Fortify app that ICE will use on either their Apple or Android handheld devices, whether it's a tablet or a cell phone. And apparently, and it goes on to say, to conduct identity verification of individuals encountered during an ICE operation, ICE.
So now they're making an app for the ICE agents to use, all right, for you so-called tribes. Okay, so they can scan your goddamn face. all right, all right, to force you. Okay, because as you just said, that they can they can force anybody, all right, to scan your face, and you can't say no, all right. So how much more, all right, when they start pushing the RFID chip, even though they lying now, okay, because one of their so-called leaders over there in the UK came out and said that the RFID chip is not going to be mandatory, okay, which we know that that's going to be a lie, all right. When everything else that they do, every other law that they put in place, all right, that goes to stripping your constitutional right, it start off as friendly or it start off as a volunteer situation, all right, but it always eventually, okay, be pushed on the people, all right, to be forced to either use it or to be forced to do as your leaders want, all right. But this is Romans 9, start at verse 21. It says, "Have not the power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor, and another vessel, and another unto dishonor." Okay, and that's basically the Lord going into, all right, Jacob and Esau. Okay, because he basically told you, all right, Jacob have he loved, but Esau have he hated, all right, and that same nation of people that the Lord hate, he also made that nation of people a vessel fitted for destruction. All right, he made them the bad people. All right, in the character in this movie. Okay, and Jacob is eventually, all right, is going to win the battle. All right, verse 22 it says, "What if God, willing to show His wrath and to make His power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction." Right, man, because the so-called white man, all right, pertaining to Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The so-called white man has been ruining, damn, I can't even say it. He's been ruining the earth. Okay, he has defiled everything. All right, water, land. Okay, animals. All right. And so basically, the Lord is going to get this man out of here, all right, and set over one that is profitable, okay, which is going to be who? His son, okay. But the point of it is that I wanted to bring out is mainly he's doing this, all right, to invade the temple, okay, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. Okay, and that's why this is a big deal. Okay, 1 Corinthians, because a lot of people think that there's nothing wrong with participating in this man innovating man with machine. Okay, now the digital ID, that's not the RFID chip. Okay, so. That's going to be all right, but anything with this man trying to insert anything into your body, okay, that's a no-no, all right? Just a cutting the flesh alone, all right? This is 1 Corinthians 3 and verse 16. It says, "Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth within you?" Okay, and that's the main thing that this man has been attacking ever since 2020. All right, with the so-called jump shot. All right, and it was known that that thing had some had some little juices in it. All right, that blocks people. Damn, I forgot what they called it. Pep. I can't say it, but basically your glands. All right, and it's basically like your spiritual antenna, your pineal glands. The water y'all about to shoot up shot. All right. How much more this man spraying the air with with that metal. All right, and that's known to give people autism. Well, not autism. What shit that and damn, what's the other one? I was just looking this up. Basically, when you lose your memory. I can't think of the word. Okay, but this man is doing this by. He's not doing this by no accident. All right, it comes from years and years of research and learning how to destroy people. Verse 17 it says, "If any man defile the temple of God, him should God destroy. For the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are." Okay, and just like every other time when the so-called white man, all right, or any other nation was ruling, all right, when they heard of our Lord coming back the first time, all right, and being born, okay, they tried to kill all the man-child, all right. So there's no difference now, okay, because this is the Great Awakening, all right. Or they see us standing upon our foot, all right, put back on our skin, okay, which is our heritage, knowing who we are, okay. They don't like that shit, so now they about to try to shut that down, all right. And all that's is in lock and step, all right, with this digital ID, okay. And by them even taking this route to implement it is a big sign to let you know, all right, that they're really coming for you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all right. How the ICE turned into deporting people to now scanning their face and being responsible, all right, to getting people logged into this digital ID, okay. But this is the wiles and the tricks of the devil.
Identity verification of individuals encountered during an ICE operation, ICE agents will use the Mobile Fortify app for biographic and biometric checks. When ICE agents or officers encounter an individual or associates of that individual, they will use the Mobile Fortify app installed on their devices to take a photograph. The photograph is then sent by the application to CBP's Traveler Verification Service in ATS, as well as the seizure and apprehension workflow that contains the biometric gallery of individuals for whom CBP maintains derogatory information. If no match is made or a photograph cannot be captured, the ICE agent or officer may then use the Mobile Fortify application to collect contactless fingerprints. This is crazy. This contactless fingerprint then goes throughout other systems to confirm your identity. They also go on to say how they are mainly targeting people they strongly believe are illegals, but then how are they really going to know without actually confirming? Now, this is the part where nobody can decline this face scan, because it says ICE does not provide the opportunity for individuals to decline or consent to the collection and the use of biometric data or photograph collection. So there you go. But this gets even crazier, because I'm reading this article here from 404media.com, which actually interviewed a ranking member of the House Homeland Security Committee, Benny G. Thompson, and he told them that ICE will prioritize the results of the app over birth certificates. So if you're the type of person that carries their birth certificate with them, whether in your wallet, your purse, or so forth, and ICE stops you and you give it to them, they'll say it doesn't matter. Give up that data. Give up that data right now. The article goes on to say that ICE...
And that's what it's coming to, all right? And that's what it's coming to, okay? And these people don't even realize that this is inching closer to the end of your world, all right? We're not sad about it. We're not mad about it, all right? And a lot of you people that's a part of this world, all right, you think that this is a good thing, all right, not knowing, okay, that this is just speeding up, okay, prophecy. All right, we're gonna close out with this. This is let's get Proverbs 22, verse 3. It says, "A prudent man foreseeth the evil, and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished." Okay, and this is one of those times, all right, as they would say in the world, all right, you come to a crossroad, right? You'll come to a crossroad, road, all right, and you'll look both ways, all right, before crossing, okay, because right now is the time to look both ways, all right, to understand that this is the time, all right, to prepare yourself, all right, everything that we've been going through, everything that the brothers we've been in this fire for, all right, everything we've been praying for, okay, all the hard work and dedication, all this for now, okay, because now we see the Lord is making this move, all right, and He's putting the spirit on these damn Edomites, all right, to go ahead, go forward with their NWO, okay, so you people out there that have not spiritually prepared yourself, all right, you're gonna fully give yourself over. You're gonna fully give yourself over, all right, to this man, all right, and there ain't gonna be no saving you. Okay, so with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kakadash, Shalom.